She would have won 78% of the country. Do you hear that? And we wouldn't have none of these border problems, any of this stuff that's going on in our country at this current time. A lot of the people that voted for Trump are now saying, we do not want him as our president. With everything that he's doing, with the LGBT community, with the federal government, with the border. Kamala Harris should now actually be our president if we were living under realistic rules. So, Donald Trump supporters need to say, I'm sorry. She would have won.
I love this. Trump's approval is an all-time high, and this guy thinks that that's a sign that everyone now, we regret voting for Trump. Yeah, okay, buddy. Why don't you hold your breath until you get that apology?
We got our hands on the raw footage of Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview. Last October, in the heat of the election, Harris, Hail Mary with CBS. But the network was caught deceptively editing this answer. Watch.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening. The Wall Street Journal said that that your administration has repeatedly been blindsided by Netanyahu. And in fact, he has rebuffed just about all of your administration's entreaties.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region. And we're not going to stop doing that. We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
Trump sued CBS for $10 billion, and it looks like they might settle. But before that happens, the FCC released the full interview, unedited, and we have the tape. They talked for an hour and left a lot out. Here's an answer that never made air. Watch.
I'm trying to understand how it is that with this emphasis on the border, the numbers of crossings quadrupled under the first 3 years of the Biden-Harris administration. How did that happen?
There are a variety of factors that relate to what we have seen globally and what we are not immune from at our own border in terms of what we have seen in terms of surge of immigration and irregular migration. And there are solutions at hand, but we've got to have leaders who are solution-oriented, which we've been and are.
CBS also cut out their host pressing Kamala on how she's going to pay for all of her giveaways.
If all of this makes so much sense, why has this not been done? You're dealing with a Congress that is divided, that many are in opposition to not only you, but your policies. So how are you going to make this come true?
Bill, if I approached my life as though, well, it's never been done before, therefore it cannot be done, I wouldn't be sitting here in this interview with you. That's the truth.
Then 60 Minutes tossed Kamala a big fat softball, and she swung and missed.
The most basic of questions. Why do you want to be President of the United States?
There are many reasons, but probably first and foremost, I truly believe in the promise of America. I do. And I love the American people. You know, we are a people who have ambition and aspirations and dreams and optimism and hope.
That's why you want to run. That's why you want to be president.
That's why I'm running. That and some other reasons.
But you're asking the American people to make you the most powerful person on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you deserve the American people's votes?
Well, first of all, I have a career and a history of being very clear that I think of my role of leadership, and in particular now for the last 4 years as vice president and moving forward as president, if the voters will have me, as being a leader on behalf of all Americans.
I think everyone knows by now that Kamala Harris has a PhD in babbling nonsense. She's a master chef of the word salad. And so, yes, of course, CBS had to chop up and hide her actual answers, because when she is exposed, when you see what she's actually like, it turns people off. She is highly unlikable. She has zero charisma, and she's really just annoying. I'm glad President Trump has decided to sue them. I hope they settle, and I hope he gets a big, fat paycheck. And this also needs to serve as a warning to the rest of the legacy media that you can't do stuff like this. You can't deceptively edit videos when it comes to presidential races and political contests to favor one candidate or over the other. This is like one of the most un-American things I've ever seen. It's shocking that there are still so many people that not only want, but also believe that Kamala not only should have been president, but will be president, as in Trump is not going to finish out this term and she's going to take over. She's been plotting behind the scenes for years and years and years, and it's all going to come to fruition. So why don't you guys check out some more of that? These are some more terminal Trump derangement syndrome cases.
The other night, I woke up to the word linchpin. It's just planted there. And this is not a word I really use. Yeah, I'm a word nerd, but I don't use that. So I was just asking now and confirming that it was the ceremony, the official act on Monday that is the linchpin, okay? So everybody who's like, how could this have happened? That's the linchpin. Next, I got psychological warfare. I mean, this may not come as a surprise to you, but what is happening right now is psychological warfare. And for Spirit to tell me, you got to understand that this means this is a planned, very deliberate process. And what did we say the other night about harvesting fear? Okay. And I got this as I woke up in the very early morning. Alchemize. Be strong. Be guided by the ones who seek the light, for they are of the highest vibration.
So what started this whole thing for me is that I had a mystical experience on election night, and I chose to share that. And from sharing that experience, I saw how many other people were having it too. It was an energetic experience that I was anchoring the light, anchoring the highest timeline. Then the energy waves kept coming. And they were increasing, and they were getting bigger, and they were stronger than I had ever felt, and they were more frequent than I had ever felt. And there was this feeling of a culmination in these energies. And I believe it was the weekend of December, I want to say 13th, 14th, something around there. The overall feeling that just will not stop coming through me is that everyone in this last wave who was given the chance to jump on in, and who decided to jump on in from a soul perspective, you might not have consciously made the decision. You might not have said, today I will ascend. It's fine. From a soul subconscious perspective, those who were ready to make the leap did what they needed to do to make the leap. And now we're coming up to an opportunity to make the leap. So what this will look like, if this theory is true, this is a theory, but if this theory is true, what this will look like on a basic level, it's continuity. Meaning, for the psyche to survive, it has to have continuity. That's why you can't walk outside of your house and suddenly the laws of gravity don't exist. Like, we can't have dramatic reality shifting in an instant stuff, or our brains would explode. We couldn't do it. So from a practical level, it will seem like life is going on. But what's going to start happening is everything is going to get better immediately. And one day we'll say, oh man, this air feels really clean. Isn't it a beautiful day? And we'll start to notice everyone seems to be in a good mood. Why do we feel a little happier? And then magical little manifesty things are going to happen. Grocery prices went down. Wow. Oh, and you know what? I just got a raise. Oh my gosh, I'm quitting to pursue my dream. And it's going to happen rapidly, rapidly, rapidly. Change, 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 all for the better. And that is why I believe that the election is a catalyst for that. Because people who don't want to change, who are full of hate in their hearts, I believe they're a very small few. I believe most of people who are full of hate are full of hurt. Those people are going to get the reality that they have invested all their energetic currency in. But the rest of the people, I believe the vast, vast, vast majority of the population, we're going up. We're going up, we're going up. And those who've been ready to catch this wave of ascension, we're going up. So as we get Madam President, and as we get the change, the laws they enact, the ripple effects that will go out throughout the whole world because of Madam President, is how we make the split.
Now when I let you guys out, everybody decides to go on their own dang adventure. This is not choose your own adventure right now, B. You can stay in the front yard. You're not Dora the Explorer. You're not running off the property. Say hi. Say hi, B. Yeah, and then stop interrupting the video, B. Stop interrupting the video, B. You don't need to be Dora the Explorer right now. Sometimes I call Leroy B. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Oh, Leroy, you are a shaggy, shaggy mess. Oh, I didn't brush you yesterday. This is what happens when you don't brush him for just one day. Oh, you just, the shag. Oh, you mess. It's my fault. I love you. Oh, cute mess. Oh, so cute. Oh, so good. You're a good boy. Oh, they're my good boy. Oh, they're my good boy. Oh, good boy. So good.